It's a very, very full field. We've got 21 athletes listed to begin, and it looks like we have just about all of them here. So we will introduce that field now for the 17 and 18-year-olds 2,000-meter steeplechase. You can see the lineup on your screen. Now this is where things get a little bit interesting already. You see everybody a little antsy trying to come to that line. And especially with a waterfall start in a big field like this, not just in a distance event, but especially with these hurdles and some good running from our early leaders. Well, in this 17, 18-year-old steeplechase competition, it's going to be William Thrash of Central Florida Flyers, Harold Elam of Tri-City Youth Track and Field, Denai Bernard of 813 Elite Track and Field, Tyler Mogavero of New England Elite, Daniel Williams of 813 Elite, Christian Washington and Jaden Martin also of 813 Elite, Jacob Shaw of Texas Greyhounds, Malcolm Spence of West Pines Track and Field, Jaden Henry of Stride for Purpose TC, Rafe Stapleton of 813 Elite, Michael Keller of Southern Athletics, Jeremiah Johnson of Clarksville All-Stars, Jaden Griffin of Endeavor Track, Jordan Griffin also of Endeavor Track, Philip August, our third competitor in a row there from Endeavor Track, Elijah Carr of Above Expectations, and Braden Caldwell of Jets Track. As we see Elijah Carr of Above Expectations leading the way. He wasted no time getting out in front. Carr, 71 seconds on that first lap. Denai Bernard of 813 Elite right there, as is Harold Elam. So our top 3 or 4 clear of the field as you see Elijah Carr of Above Expectations setting the pace early on.
That looks like number 11 down from Spence.
You're right.
But now look at the move coming up here from our other competitors. Spence, I believe, making a move. So too Elam and Bernard, as Elijah Carr did well to get out in front and stay out of the fray of this very full field.
Spence at 11 from West Pines Track Club. 4, Tyler Mogavero, New England Elite.
Well, Malcolm Spence has run 8 flat as the season's best, personal best, but now our top 2 coming through.
17, 18-year-old young men, 2,000-meter steeplechase.
And look at that gap back to the rest of the field. Carr may have gone out a little hot, as they have definitely settled in now. Malcolm Spence of West Pines Track and Field, 78 seconds on that lap, so 71-72 is probably a little hot for these young men, but Tyler Mogavero of New England Elite right there as well. And watch the form of those two. You see a very smooth hurdle. You like to see them moving through. You can always watch the hips. Do they stop and go? Do they land and start over? Because that adds up over 2,000 or 3,000 meters. A little bit of a stutter there, but still well contained for Malcolm Spence, who was very patient in the early goings here, had no problem letting Carr take the lead. Ran a 9:35 personal best over the flat 3,000 meters. I like that water jump. If you notice, just one foot really tapping in the water and climbing the hill there, saving a lot of energy. So that's probably one of the best water jumps I've seen thus far in any event here. A little bit up and down on the hurdle form there for my liking, but Malcolm Spence running confidently. Sub 2 minute 800 meter competitor, as well as the 10th grader out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. And that was an aggressive hurdle. Malcolm Spence, though, is still pretty new to this event. As far as I can tell, he's only contested it sparingly. You wouldn't know it by watching him here. So still a touch of uncertainty, I suppose, over some of these barriers, but don't count out Tyler Mogavero of New England Elite Track Club. Well, he's had a busy week. 800 meters, 1,500 meters, 3,000 meters. Well, he didn't take on the 800 rather, but the 15 and the 3,000. So Mogavero's got a few races on his legs, but he's doing well to hang with Malcolm Spence as of now. Watch as the race progresses. Some good adaptation from Mogavero there. Malcolm Spence takes the bell. .507 on the clock for Spence. Mogavero there, but starting to fade. It's about 2 seconds or so back. And so it was a 77-second lap for Spence. And this is the challenge now with such a full field, even though it's strung out with lapped runners. You have to make room for those hurdles, the barriers, whether it's just you or a couple athletes that you're running next to, or in this case, lapping. But look at Malcolm Spence getting quicker and quicker. He is going to absolutely blow away his 8-flat personal best. As I said, still new to this event. It looks to be the first year, in fact, of him running it. He ran that 8-flat at the regional qualifier, and it seems like he is much more confident now and much more familiar with this race and how to apportion his effort. He has done that and more. He is going to absolutely dominate this field, breaking away in the final 400-ish meters. Final barrier is a good one. Malcolm Spence, no problem for him. Look at that stride opening up a peak around. You've got it, young man. You absolutely have earned this victory. A big personal best for Malcolm Spence. You know that coach loves that as well. Vindicating the decision to move to this 2,000-meter steeplechase. Rewarded the AAU Club National Championship. And a pretty nice finish line picture, I'm sure, as well. Malcolm Spence, 6:23.12. Tyler Mogavero picking up a PR as well at 6:29.10. Daniel Williams coming through 6:49.04. So those are your top three. And the battle continuing to ensue. You can see a little bit of inside move there from the rest of our finishers. Washington